Terrific. That's what the president was talking about last night. It's a beautiful day, overcast, and I'm heading out.
Getting ready to thunder.
Anytime now. Just took a picture of your car. There's the young lady that's trying to inspect me. Where is she? She's jumping all over the place. West Airlines. Ready to go down to the museum and then out to the airport, right? See, you're on candid camera.
Yes.
As I told Dewey, you can't tell whether it's running or not, can you?
I don't know if you
That's
noticed
the
it.
truck that jumped the interstate and ran up and hit the back of the building right down here.
Oh my
Such
gosh.
a
Boy,
height.
that
I
really
don't see how it
jumped
ever
the
got up.
interstate. That's a terrific jump, isn't it?
Yeah. See that bank?
That's quite a
That's
bang.
terrific.
See,
Oh,
he was in a northbound lane,
Huh.
and he crossed the median, crossed the southbound lane, and went up that hill.
and he lived.
The Dominion Towers.
Dominion Towers building, brand new, built in 1991.
Good morning, good morning.
Here we're outside the Virginia Museum of Transportation.
Fast day model
Uh-huh.
is on its way from Bristol right now.
And it'll be pulling in here at what
We'll
time?
be pulling in around there. I've been told between 12:30 and 1 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
So hopefully, if y'all out in the backyard or rail yard here at that time, y'all be able to get a real good shot of it going down the road.
Good. Okay.
Heading this way.
It's
Right.
full of people.
It's sold out.
Hey, how about that?
The one last week was sold out too, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
That's what I thought.
Yes, sir. It's a big thing here in the valley.
Great.
What it was, this run was supposed to have been from Greenville, South Carolina to Atlanta, I believe, or somewhere down in Georgia.
Uh-huh.
And something happened down there. They weren't able to do it. So the Watauga chapter of the National Railway Store Society took it.
A young old railroad man.
I'm pretty familiar with 611, 1218 both.
Right. How'd you sprain your thumb there?
I broke the tooth tonight.
Uh-oh. I knew it wasn't raising the flag, was it?
No, wasn't raising flag. There was one further down, I know that.
That's what I thought.
Railroad, REA.
Yeah.
Express X.
Yeah.
This one here was the main warehouse.
This was the main warehouse.
Saved my neck out here December 24th laying on the beach. That just really baffled me. That's true.
I got one that does that.
That didn't take but a minute. 5.
What are we talking?
Dewey, let me get this, Dewey.
No, I got it.
Senior citizens. About that, we get a break, don't we? If we could go as students, Dewey, you're going to school this next week.
Yeah.
You can catch it coming in
Okay.
for a good distance.
All right. Well, we may,
Be at
and
the
we'll,
bridge.
we'll go to this one down here because I can go to the office and park and everything, and then
Shoot
make our
from
phone
there.
calls.
You go get a
You
shot
bet.
of it, and then you can get a shot of it pulling in the station right there, because the station's just no more than 150 yards, 200 yards down the street from First Street Bridge there.
Good.
Says members are free.
Mm-hmm.
As a guest.
We've been here. I don't know what you'd call it. You know, that looks an awful lot like. Of course, it doesn't have retractable gear. I bought a Culver V with retractable gear.
Uh-huh.
I threw that around for a while. That's the kid in it.
The guy that belonged to this, Wes Hillman.
Did you know him?
Yeah, I knew him, and
He's deceased now, is he? Because the OX5 is. you know,
that was his engine.
That was it. They had a club. An OX5 club.
Yeah.
Did he crash it or what?
No, he collected, and he has an old Waco, and ever since he's about 13 or 14, he hung around the airport and waxed airplanes and washed them to get flying time.
How about that?
Finally got his license.
He got into the Air Force, did he?
No,
No.
he ran a primary flying school during World War II.
Ah.
He was an instructor out here, and then he got into that, and then he came back and opened up Hillman Aviation and was there until he retired up about 3 or 4, 5
He's
years ago.
probably, what, 10 years older than we are, is he?
No, he's only about 3 or 4 years old.
Oh, I only got into it early.
Yeah.
Flight instructor.
All right, here he is.
You're one of the early Roanoke pioneers, Dewey.
Gladys Kessler, I
know her?
I don't know her. I think she may have been related to Paul Kessler.
Right? Well, it would seem, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Save pennies to pay for the course.
I knew cricket. I didn't know, I knew of economy and Webb, but I didn't know them personally.
Right. Boy, don't those aircraft look antediluvian compared
Yeah.
to what we're flying today, huh?
Charlie Hale on the ground could hardly talk. He stuttered so bad. When he got into an airplane, he could talk perfect. He didn't stutter at all on the radio or anything. Put him back on the ground.
Really? That's incredible.
Engine
The entire engine rotated.
Yeah.
On the shaft.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't aware of that at all. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
French, British, German fighter aircraft in World War I.
Mm-hmm.
The Newport, the Sopwith, and the Fokker triplane was one of several designs. They showed us less vibration than the early water-cooled engines. These engines were made with 7 or 9 cylinders with ratings of 80 to 150 horsepower. Incredible, isn't it? Look at the ball bearings they've got in there.
Yeah.
You remember the day, huh?
Mm-hmm.
September the 13th, but we don't know what year, do we? That's back when they were doing the barnstorming. Here's John Crowell doing outside loops, no parking, free parking, no gate admission, brought by Rutro Gilbert Motors. They're not even in business here now.
No, they were the old packet dealer.
That is like a Waco UPF. I don't know what. Yeah, that is a Waco.
Yes,
That's the old
Waco
Waco.
power
That's
plant.
it. That's the baby. E2 Cub.
They're the two names that most of the kids knew when you talked about aviation. They were more or less the daredevils,
And the
local boys.
first operators of the Roanoke Municipal Airport. Are they still living?
No, both of them passed on.
1932. Signed your ticket.
Yep.
Well, they get a lot of drag from that skid. There's one on British designed, American built Scout bomber. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
This skid was used to support the rear of the fuselage and tail section while the plane was on the ground. I don't even know where that is. Is that
That's
here?
south of Roanoke
Is it?
in Franklin County.
Down in Moonshine.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
But that is, it's terrible when they don't put a year on it.
Yeah, it is. Bill Brightwell landed in a tree.
Landed in a tree. Good prop, bad plane.
Squeak Burnett was another daredevil.
No. Is that Taylor Craft?
I don't think so. That man too will be about right here.
That's the one we visited when I was last down, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Nice aviation display.
Well, now, Earhart right here, and Blanche Noyes in the center. And Louise Thaden, I think she won the Powder Puff Derby one year.
That's the one where they did that distance flight.
Wes Hillman again and Louise Thaden,
Mm-hmm.
Civil Air Patrol.
Yeah. Yeah, look, there's another Waco. George Mason uses a Waco and prospers at selling books.
Yeah.
That was a big thing back then, you know?
Well, they did anything to make enough money to fly. Canadians are British.
That was intelligent, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was from here. Was it from Roanoke?
I think it's from California to Cleveland,
Cleveland.
I believe.
Some of the original Rocketeers. Look, fellas, it has to be recent. Look, he's got a TV camera. See that?
Mm-hmm. Well, that looks like a gantry tower or something similar to it. That's probably Cape Canaveral.
That could be, huh? That could very well be. Because you can see the tower off there in the distance. This is back in
Table
the days
settings.
when they really used fancy table settings.
All silver,
You know?
coffee,
Yeah.
and tea.
Right. Oh, done it. Yeah, really. Now it's aviation, and they don't have time, and they can't carry that much load on board. Adjustables. There it is. 1939, 45 many soldiers went away to war and returned to their families by rail transportation. And the Norfolk and Western Railway Company was heavily involved with troop movements.
See that message in the string?
Yeah.
They just hold it out, and when it passed the station, the guy would grab it.
You know, they had the pole hanging out for the mail sack, and the banks used to transfer money, from one city bank to another city bank. So some guy got the bright idea. He went out there with one of these things, and about 100 yards before the station, caught the sack and had like $200,000.
Oh, yeah.
Look, they had the switches right there in the station.
Mm.
Lovettsville, where we lived in our early days on the ranch, on the farm. I've been in that station many times, and they had that kind of telephone right there that you had that extension on it. You just grab it and pull it back. A palace car, luxurious and elegant, coming from Norfolk.
Well, that's the James River.
Is that the James?
I believe it's the James.
They stored all the baggage. Traveling by rail was the most common means of inland transportation, and the peak of this form of travel occurred during just before World War I, with the advent of air and auto transportation. Passenger travel by train began to lose its popularity. This brings back to life. This is exhibit, Rod. It brings back to life those years when train travel was in its heyday. You're on the sixth floor.
Been there for a good little while now, right?
And the offices of Dewey, Robertson and Associates. This is the way I used to come into the office on Saturday, you know, in my fatigues. Like,
Anything worthwhile.
kind of mail, huh?
Bills mostly, I think.
I like that high flight.
Yeah.
John Gillespie McGee Jr.
No, we're just going to the airport if I don't get him. Okay, now, if any plans to change other than flying, I'll call you. Now, after we fly, we'll probably come back to the museum because we didn't get to see much of it. Okay. All right. Bye.
It does it all. I've got this voicemail that drives people crazy. If I'm on the phone, you know, and they call, it comes into my voicemail. I have to take that voicemail about every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Total population of the entire area, about 250,000, right?
Yeah. That's your metropolitan area.
Right, metropolitan area.
We're 122 across the lake. All this is covered by water now. This is inundated.
Oh, this was before.
Yeah. The lake goes from here to here now. All this, that's the river.
Right. And where did they put the dam? Over there on the
The
left?
dam is way on
Way
down.
on down there.
This is the way it looks now. It comes
Right.
out right there on the
Right.
turn.
And there's the
There's the dam.
Right. How many acres is that Lake Baltimore?
Gosh, I can't remember.
It's a big one, though.
It is, yeah.
Right.
That's about 500 miles of shoreline.
Leave it on what they call automatic. You put it on fixed. You have your own tower too, don't you? Or do you?
No, we just
Use the main tower?
main it down, yeah.
Detroit was passing out these freebies, you know, round trips anywhere in the United States for those who are willing to give up their ride.
Yeah.
Plus the voucher for the meal, the breakfast in the morning, and the hotel overnight. And this gal next to me, sitting on the bench, says, "Ha-ha." When I said cocoon, I decided I'd Cancun. She decided to. You gotta push your button, huh?
No, I gotta be sure my card will
Oh,
work.
you're using the card now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I'll have to pin it on as a badge, most likely. If I can find it. Here it is.
Here.
I hope it works. It wasn't working good before.
Must have lost its magnetism, huh?
Mm-hmm. Didn't want to work this time.
This is when a pager or your car phone works well, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Call the airport operations supervisor.
That's aggravating.
That is aggravating. They're gonna have to re-magnify it, aren't they? I guess.
We don't know. It's a new car.
New card.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I called out here and complained, and they checked the computer, said everything was fine. You know, if you don't do certain things, they can fix it so your card won't work.
Right. You haven't paid your rent.
That's right.
They neutralize you.
Mm-hmm. It's close.
Inside.
Yeah.
That's the best way, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah.
It's worth it.
The airport manager then was also a member of the flying club. And what he did, he set it up so we would rent the entire hangar. And then we sub-rent to everybody else in the hangar. And we end up virtually getting our rent free.
Mm.
But we guarantee it though. We send a check every month. The city doesn't have to worry about collecting. They
Right.
just get one check for the entire hangar rent.
And they like that.
Oh yeah.
Right? Not a lot of bookkeeping. My golly. Hey, that's a sweetheart, isn't it? Who owns that? Who owns that one, Dewey? That's not the world's best aerobatic airplane, but it's a lot of fun.
It wasn't worse.
You know, Mooney was the one that designed the Cobra V.
It was?
Yeah. The V was, sort of a outgrowth of the Cadet, the one that they were using for the offshore anti-aircraft practice.
Yeah.
The drone. Remember the drone?
Yeah.
And you remember the Mooney Mite.
Uh-huh.
Art Mooney pushed the aircraft out of the hangar. Look at that. You cleared it all nicely. You know, we can make a tape from this tape, so you have a tape too.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
that's all right. You don't need them in both places. We put a lot of time in these suckers.
Yeah, we did.
Remember where the crank? Where's the little place for the crank?
Well,
They don't have it. What, do they keep it inside?
I think because of this,
Oh, I see.
he can, well, that might, I think that may be the plug for it. But I don't see it now. He's probably rigged up, probably has a
He's
starter.
got rigged now with a starter.
I don't blame him.
Somebody there to grab your wing and hold you down.
That's right.
You're in trouble.
One of our members is a physicist and a doctor, and or doctor of physics, and he was on vacation over in Europe recently and touring one of the World War I battlefields, and they were gathering souvenirs under the supervision.
Mm-hmm.
And he picked up his shell and walking along, and his hands began to burn. And then all of a sudden he's having trouble breathing.
Phosgene type thing?
The thing, it was a mustard gas
Mustard
shell.
gas. Oh my God.
And they put him in the hospital, and for a little while they didn't think he would live. He's still over there right now, recuperating.
Oh my gosh.
But this is what all we've been able to pick up so far.
Terrible, huh?
And he's not loaded with money, but he's comfortable.
Well, that's nice.
And he can afford it. And his wife is retired or getting ready to retire from another place.
So they were able to get some time in, huh?
Yeah. And boy, he keeps this thing spotless.
Have you ever flown in this one?
Once.
Have you flown it?
Yeah.
How do you like these V fins?
No, I haven't flown it. I've ridden it. I have not flown it. I don't know.
I understand. I haven't flown one like this. I understand they're pretty stable. They get a lot of stability.
If you got into it and didn't know it, and flew it, I don't think you'd know.
You wouldn't even know, would you?
No. Mooney Special Edition.
Aha. Remember one time I took a plane off, they forgot to move the rudder chocks.
Right.
But since you keep this inside, you don't have to worry about it.
That's right.
Of course, needless to say, I didn't take off.
I'll bet you didn't. Full tank.
Full tank. How many gallons is this total, Dewey?
64.
64 gallons.
32 in each tank.
Right. 64.
We use a 100 octane
Right.
low level.
And what do you get, about 3 hours flying time?
We use about 10 gallons an hour at real good cruise, and
So you
at
get
10 to 11.
That's nice.
We do. It's a Volkswagen of the sky.
You can say that again.
Yeah, there are no bird nests in here in the warehouse, see?
And you didn't have any cats in the hangar.
That's right. You don't want to rub your fingers. That thing's sharp. Yeah, it can cut you. Those little
That's worse than a
serrated knife. One of the club rules is you're not supposed to land on a dirt field, but occasionally they will.
you have to, you know.
A little over 6, we all right. Yeah, that looks good. Ours had about between 13 and 1400 hours, and we were coming up on an engine overhaul at 16, and you were talking $20,000-$30,000.
Right.
So,
So you could take that difference and put yourself on another airplane.
That's right.
You better believe it.
And they wanted
And
to
let
get,
them do it at the what I call the wholesale rate
That's right.
when their men weren't busy, huh?
Oh, that's all right. No problem. We missed you about that.
Maps in the plane, and
Hey, Clyde.
I was out here a little earlier putting maps in the plane, and I called Francis Lee and to check in with you, just tell you I'd be a little late.
Dewey said you were due for a, what, 1,500 hour on this one?
On the one
What
with
it
Trey.
cost?
Yeah, it was.
It merited trading, didn't it?
Yeah, it had gotten to where the engine was pretty well run out and needed to be either replaced or get the airplane replaced.
Oh, yeah.
Well, as opposed as I've been to the Mooney, I owned a Culver V. You remember the V?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, wooden airplane.
and I believe that was designed by
By
Al
Art Mooney, that's
yeah,
right,
who,
right.
Who designed?
That's right.
Yeah,
It was
David
sort
is
of an
the
outgrowth
operator.
of the old Cadet. Remember the
Yeah,
Culver
mhm.
Cadet that they used for the offshore aerial gunnery?
Yeah,
You know, the drones?
as a drone.
That's
yeah.
right.
Why don't you set that thing up
That was a
right
baby.
through a little faster?
Dewey's at it again and it won't work.
You can edit this part out, can't you?
I thought I'd put this part in because we've been through this once before. All right. This is going to be part of his
All right,
video.
now. What?
The same card, different man. David Robertson. What did he do, Dewey? First shot. I can't understand.
Now, what is it that I'm doing that
You're holding your mouth wrong. I'm sure that's what it is.
Your wife is going to love
that's
to see
aggravating?
this.
That is aggravating.
They just balk when you start dealing with them.
That's funny.
I thought I'd do exactly the same thing you did.
Well, I think I run it through there a little faster than you. Maybe
Maybe.
that's the difference. I
Maybe it's the speed.
I don't, but he does. You don't. You don't have one. I do have one. Three tricks.
See that airplane over to our left? It looks like it's sitting on its nose.
Yeah.
The standard procedure for that, when it's tied down on a ramp somewhere, is to retract that nose wheel and just let it sit on a nose skid that it has.
I see.
Very strange system, but that's what they offer.
We're over there checking that out.
We no longer run up here, do we?
You can if you want to. But later late.
Yeah, it checked out better than usually does.
Yeah, this has real good things.
There they go.
I can bring it down to a point where it's really not hot.
Convinced that with this type of system, we won't be wearing hearing aids at 70.
Hopefully. 2, 3, 5. This little map is set up Roanoke, Alaska, and here.
Okay.
One more, right? That's it.
Tower 118.3. Roger, Tower. Governor 100, Bravo Hotel, Roanoke, first trying to altimeter 3022. Roger.
Not around the little close to the dam, right?
792, Roger.
Point are you on? Right down here? Right in that boat. Yeah, we got
For 10790, and our contact is Roanoke, 5 miles southeast of Alaska, New Orleans.
right in that first boat. Now that sailboat
Delta, return to
is back in the trees there, isn't it? But I see the blue cover now. It's up in this creek, right? What, 1,500 feet?
Yeah, we're about 1,500 feet above the ground here.
About 500 miles of shoreline.
That's right. That was not
I used to have all on cold business things. Yeah. Flagship power company, I think you got a place up there too, Dave. Arena down there. That's Stanstone. Yeah. They're full of limestone, limestone. Pretty weird doing this now that we sharks in the lake. Just above the dam, this is back here on the left. Yeah. Bring it over to the left, little Dewey, and I'd like to get a still of that for you. I guess when you come back up, maybe, huh? Okay. Just tell me which one. That's the hydroelectric power for down all of Kenya and all that. That's fine.
At 32.22, wind 010 at 8, altimeter 3022. Arriving aircraft expected.
Look at what they do, put a black piece of tape on. Black tape. Put a piece of black tape. Take black down. Put a piece of black tape. Yeah. Straight in. Approach the runway. Oh, the one that looked like a cathedral, all those windows. What's the name of the bank, Dewey? I'm sorry, yeah. Sorry, I had it all clear. Yeah, the bank building. That's how you get your land. Come on, please. We should pick up your end and pipe.
Mazda 3702, Quebec, Roanoke Tower. Wind 330 runway 33, clear to land. 502, Quebec, clear to land.
You say 50 and 75? 75. Yeah, we're on 60.
Runway 1790, Roger, taxi to runway 33.
He should. It should be okay.
Yeah, all right. No, okay.
If you want to, I'll just tell him.
Save the gas.
333 for takeoff. Skipper 3860 Bravo, Roanoke Tower, runway 33, taxi to position and hold. Taxi to position and hold, Skipper 60 Bravo. Skipper 60 Bravo, runway 33, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff. Skipper 60 Bravo, contact departure. Skipper 60 Bravo, contacting departure. Roanoke Tower, Cessna 739er, Zulu Echo is ready to go on. Sierra, clear to land, wake up.
So we can come in at 70 knots.
Exit 3085, advise when ready. We're ready. Exit 3085, Roanoke Tower, runway 33, taxi to position and hold. Position hold, exit 3085. Cessna 9er Zulu Echo, contact departure. Departure 9er Zulu Echo.
I thought you tell me to get ready to go around. And, and that's
Mooney 79er Sierra, right turn at Delta, ground point 9er. Cloud 37 Cloud, taxi to reactive with Echo.
Cessna 45375 Roanoke ground, taxi to runway 33, turn left on taxiway Tango, then a right on either Charlie or Bravo.
Right on Tango, left on Tango, and right at either of the two, ma'am.
9790 Roanoke ground, hold short of taxiway Tango for an outbound Cessna. Roanoke ground, Cessna 68013, taxi out of B9. Cessna 68001. Follow the Cessna heading to your left, taxi to runway 33. 001 right. Manny 1079 Sierra, Piedmont, Roanoke. Okay, thank you.
How do you feel? You feel like you're comfortable in it?
Yeah, but I'm not comfortable drinking. I don't catch everything.
Well, takes getting. All right, everything's off. You hit the radio master switch.
Switch is off.
We're back to worse. You did well, my golly.
And you know, Earl could do the same thing. Yeah,
he could.
If I go without flying for a month or two, I'm so rusty I just feel like I'm starting over. And Dewey and Earl both can lay off of it for a year or 10 years or whatever, and then just get back in and do pretty well. So it's nice to be able to do that.
You don't know how I feel.
The only thing that you have to become familiar with is whenever you get a change in your instrumentation, location, and radio equipment, you have to Reload, right?
I'll climb it.
If I put
Oh,
that out,
yeah.
Rick can pop out, and then you
Yeah,
can.
won't have any problem.
Yeah.
Great flight.
Thank you.
Say, Dewey, we cheated death one more time.
One more time. Got you a lot closer to God today.
Right, that's right. As we escaped the bounds of Earth.
That's right.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks for being tough off.
Yeah.
It was using that David Robertson, Dewey's nephew, Spring Brothers. This is a full
You get that line right there.
Taxis in,
Aha.
and he did a pretty good
And he
job.
made it.
So you ought to.
Golly, he was right on there. What
You ought
the
to get that
photograph?
on the
That
film.
Just a little bit rusty. I'm a little bit to the left.
Right
Had a
on.
crosswind coming.
Disappearing into the hangar. Hardest part, the flight. We're going on up to David's home, and since he's going to have a copy of this tape, he should also have a picture of his home at the same time. And
That's Sugarloaf you're looking directly at. Sugarloaf.
Sugarloaf.
That's a little round knob. You can circle that thing in an airplane, Rick.
What is the altitude of that? About 800 feet or so?
No,
900 feet?
it's probably 800 or 900 at the base.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
before you started adding, huh?
You're right here on the left, aren't you, David?
Which one now?
Sugarloaf Mountain Road. You know where Woodlawn goes up over there? I mean, Roselawn.
Yeah.
Roselawn runs right into it.
Yeah.
All right, you turn left and you go up into the Gristle Orchards.
Yeah.
You turn right
And you
and you go about a quarter of a mile and there's a little road that cuts in up there. What's that road called?
Boy, I sure don't.
I don't know the name of it.
Thanks a lot.
Mailman is showing up.
I like that customized thing. I haven't really driven it.
Are these flowers your wife's pride and joy or your own?
No, they're hers. She
Those-
planted them all, and
They're lovely.
looks like they're doing pretty well.
They are indeed.
Take care. Thanks for everything.
If you need anything up the office, just want to get it all.
Built in 1991. That's the Hotel Roanoke.
How you doing? Did you get some good ones?
Yeah. You mean up the train?
Yeah. You can probably get there quick enough. Up 81 to Christiansburg and get off, and you can catch her coming up right there. In fact, you can pull off the side of the road and catch her coming up over the interstate bridge.
Yeah.
We'll think about it.
Some of the old cars belong to the Norfolk and Western. Roanoke is a town that railroading made.
Now that coal hopper's made right here in Roanoke.
They build those here?
Yeah, that N&W
Yeah.
hopper right there.
Those are built here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the 611 engine was built here, if I remember correctly.
Mm. And then the museum up there is an old railroad
freight station.
freight station. Now really Norfolk and Western is
Yeah, Norfolk Southern.
now Norfolk Southern, and it's still hauling coal on a full load into Norfolk. Is downhill. On the way back, when it's empty, it's uphill,
That's right.
which is a great deal. Good
Well, in the neighborhood of 2,000 feet.
That's great, isn't it?
It's sea level there, and at Claytor Lake, water level is 1,846 feet.
They're just flying around.
He's probably shooting some approaches.
You think that's what he's doing?
Yeah, to get the fishing.
Practicing.
Yeah. Runway 26.
What's the longest runway you have?
6,600 feet.
Oh, that'll handle him with no problem.
Well, that's where he's gonna land.
Well, no, he can't be. He can't be. Dewey, see what's happening?
Oh, he's a brakeman.
He's a brakeman, yeah, because I just noticed the cars coming in the yard. They're making up,
got a flag,
making up trains.
Radio.
Right.
He's getting his order.
Yeah. Want the right.
Yeah, and another one over there.
Over the place. Oh, yeah. Norfolk and Western. Going right into the tankers. Yeah. That's a big job making these cars up. Almost there. Yeah, big clump. Hear it? You got it. Oh, oh.
Going back to West Virginia.
He's coming through here now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going back and get some more coal. This is Norfolk, going back up into the mountains to get some more coal. A lot of activity here suddenly. Isn't it? Dewey Robertson observing the passage vehicles engaged in trade.
It just looks like it's bare when it doesn't have that caboose.
It does, doesn't it? It doesn't look like they still have cabooses.
Yeah.
There's one sitting up there, but where they go, I don't know.
Well, they're gradually losing
them. Back on our way into the museum. Things themselves, huh?
Yeah.
This looks like the dining car here, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
The Illinois Terminal.
Yes.
It's kind of used in the movies.
I think this is a Springfield.
There's a brake on it, the rear brake.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. See that? The brake.
That's been modified though, because it got a piece of
right.
automobile.
Yeah, they used
tire.
to just have wood
Yeah.
brake on the thing, you know, periodically you replace the block.
Get off.
Right, right.
Or leave
Put your
it in.
high racks on
That's
it.
right.
Yeah, that's what it was. There they are.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get in that dining car. Like a parlor car. Not any of those anymore.
No, you don't.
How many times I've been on the Glencoe trolley when I was in Washington?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the amusement park?
Yeah.
Many, many times. Oh, this will really be great for the little wife to see, you know? She's been on that same one. Yeah, I remember how those doors open up. You know, it's nice they take the time to preserve this stuff so the future generations can see what it was like. You know, back in the days when you can see the wheels, and it's an old steam boiler there on that one. See the pistons on, what do they call the cranks on the wheels there?
Drivers.
The drivers.
Yeah,
I
think
can see,
that's what
I can see the steam box there. Where
Yeah.
My God. There's Dewey's.
That's an aware place. It's not quite as bad. That's not the worst one. They've got one that's more boxy than today.
Sometimes they come into the station, those things would be dry and they'd be smoking. There's an oldie, this is an old rock. Now, how many, you don't see any of those Brockways anymore.
No, you don't.
Glad they saved these. The factory.
No, it didn't come to the factory that way. That is in case you hit a cow on the.
Somebody took the wing nut that was on there off. You know, there's always some.
Always somebody. See, this was part of Virginian. A lot of the Virginian was electric. It came through here.
With overhead lines.
Yeah, well, there's an old. See the old one?
Virginian? Yeah, right. And it's got the lines right there. Huh? No, it doesn't have the lines. No, it just happened to be up through the lines. Lima Locomotive Works. Let me get a picture of that. From Lima, Ohio. That looks like 1940, 44. Yeah. My golly, this one's going to need a little work. A little rehabilitation.
Yeah, they do.
These places in the side, what are those, where they packed holes?
I don't know what that's for.
I just wonder why they have all these little places screwed in there. They're in sort of an order. There must be pipes that run through there.
I bet it is.
For some reason, huh? They tie it together.
Almost like a water jacket.
Yeah, because you got a tremendous amount of pressure in it.
Yeah.
Hold it from leaning. That's a safety factor. In other words, if they're on a turn and it leans, that chain's going to keep it from
going too far.
Yeah. Well, that's something I did not know. To pull the
through the canal.
The boats through the canal, right? Did it by rail, on rail, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was that a boiler in the middle there, or what?
I think so.
Transportation memorabilia built by General Electric in 1914 pulled ships through the Catan, Pedro, Miguel, and Miraflores lock stations of the Panama Canal. Oh, powered by 3-phase 220 volt 25 cycle motors. Huh? How about that? They were electric operated, geared directly to traction equipment. 25,000 pounds of towing force. Dual controls go both ways. Operated from either end, in other words. At one time, there were more than 100 canal mules in operation. This particular one was retired in 1964 and brought to the museum in 1972 by Roanoke chapter of the NRHS.
That's the only one I've ever seen.
I've only seen pictures of them. That one there must have been gas operated. See the gas engine, the gas tank on it? Yeah, small engine. Yeah, modern version of the old hand car. Remember the old pumper?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think they have some inside them.
I think I did see one inside. This antique vehicle? Yeah. This though must have been the body maker. Paper mill until 1981, and like the more common diesel electric locomotive, this is pure diesel with direct drive from the diesel engine to the drive wheel action controls.
DC.
From DC.
That's back yet.
Only 6 years ago.
That's right.
And that bus was still operating in DC.
Yeah.
But they got buses that look even better than that now. I don't know why they blacked out the Metro bus.
I don't know whether some kid did that or not.
Pull stuff out of the mine, you know?
I think it was, yeah.
Big to run those things. What do you think the weight of this is with the batteries they have here? My God, 1-4 heavy voltage in box. That's so plain. We get them all aesthetically beautiful. Here's an old pumper. Fire vehicles is LaFrance. American LaFrance. 100 foot of ladder up there. Back here. You know where they used to feed them?
Yes.
I guess that's what they call it, don't they?
They have already.
Sealand. Quite a novel innovation in its time and still used today. That comes from back in the 40s. Coca-Cola trucks.
Yeah.
We make that man can't destroy.